All right, let's look at doing this cam over here. What we're going to do is to start out by drawing the camshaft, which they say is 16 millimeters. And then they also give us the minimum distance from the center of the camshaft, and they are telling us that that is 16 millimeters. So 16 millimeter diameter and a 16 millimeter radius is needed over here. Obviously the diameter is your camshaft, and the radius is going to be the minimum distance from that center, being 16. Right. Let's just hatch that camshaft. They ask you to hatch the camshaft, so please make sure that you do that. Let's have a look over here. It says that you're going in an anti-clockwise direction. Okay, clockwise that way, anti-clockwise this way, so draw that in straight away. You get a mark for that, so get that in there. It says that you have a roller follower. Okay, they've drawn that roller follower, and we need to position that roller follower onto this camshaft story. Let's just see the position of that roller follower. It says from 0 to 90, the follower rises, and then from 90 to 210, it rises again, and then it goes back to its original position. So we can take it that it was originally at the minimum point over there. It says that I've got a diameter of 10 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure off 5 millimeters, and I'm going to make a little mark over there, giving me a center for the center, 5 millimeters up. Let's just get that again, 5 millimeters up over here. And I can now draw in the center for the little roller that we've got over there. Okay, once I've got that, I'm going to set my pair of compasses to a 5 millimeter radius. And I'm going to quickly draw a nice dark circle from that point going around here. Right, once I've got that in place, I then have a look at the rest of the detail on this. It says that I've got a 6 millimeter diameter up there, so and it is 75 millimeters up from there, so I need to measure off 75 millimeters. Go in onto that center line over there, mark that off nicely, and I need to draw in a 6 millimeter diameter circle there. I'm going to use a circle stencil for that, as drawing very, very small little circles is sometimes a pain. There's the 6 millimeter diameter circle, which I can line that up nicely over there, draw that in over there. I need to come down to this center over here and draw half a circle, or a semicircle with a diameter of 6 millimeters, just over there. And I can then draw in some lines just joining the top and the bottom of this thing up. There we go. And there we go. Okay, from this point, I'm going to take a line coming across from the center of that roller out, just a construction line coming out over there. And I'm going to then be able to draw in my graph over here. Let's just start it over there. Okay, and they ask you to use a horizontal scale of 30 degrees is equal to 7 millimeters. So from that point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line going down at any angle, just a construction line coming down at any angle over here, and I'm going to break that up into some equal parts. Okay, just get your pair of compasses, more or less 10 millimeters, and just mark off 12 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I then keep this graph. We're going to multiply the 7 millimeters by the 12 segments. Okay, so 7 multiplied by 12 gives me 84. Measure of 84 millimeters accurately as I can, and pop that onto this graph over there. Right, there's my 84 mark. Just mark that off nicely so I can see it. And I then take my 2 set squares, and I'm going to then break that line, that 84 millimeter line, up into equal parts, which should be 7 millimeter stories. All right, let's just go with this. Come on, same thing. All right, let's do this thing. All right, here we go. Going to just use a bit of color over here. So there we go. Take it out. Just knocking off those points. Not necessarily drawing long lines from each thing. It just takes too much time. Just rather knock off just the points that you need on the line so that you have those 7 millimeter gaps, rather than wasting time drawing long construction lines that are going to get lost and ugly. All right, there we go. Almost done. Right, once you've done that, you can draw some construction lines going straight up over here. Nice and accurately. Remember, the accuracy of this is going to determine what you do on the actual cam profile, so make this as accurate as you possibly can. This construction line is going all the way up there. Okay, and then the next thing is to write in all of these 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 120 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 degrees, 210, 240, 270, 300, 330, let's do that, I don't know why, and 360 degrees. Make sure that they've all got degrees on them. Right, after you've done that, probably the next best thing is to grab the marks for just doing a little bit of writing over here, 2 little sets of lines over here, and you're going to write in 2 labels on this thing. The first one is rotation in degrees. In degrees. And scale. And whatever the scale was, it was 7 millimeters equal to 30 degrees. Right, that's that done. Right, we're going to do the next story, which is to read this thing. It says from 0 to 90, it rises 30 millimeters. So we take our compasses over here, and I'm just going to measure off 30 millimeters, and I go to where 90 is, and I mark off where that is, and I can draw a line going up to that point from 0 to 90. It's rising. Right? Okay, it then says that from 90 to 210, it rises to another 26 millimeters. So I go over here. I'm just going to draw a little construction line across to where 210 is, and I'm going to measure 26 millimeters up from that point. 26 millimeters up from 210. It rises again. Make a little mark and draw a line going up to there. And then it says from 210, it returns to its original position. In other words, it goes all the way back down to 360, and I have a line going all the way back down there. Right. Okay, now this is not a wedge-shaped follower. This is a roller follower. So what we're going to do is we're going to be taking measurements across onto that line, getting the centers for where the roller is, and then we need to draw little circles from that. So First of all, what we need to do is to draw some lines out here. What is the maximum that we've got on this thing? There is my maximum. So I'm going to draw a little line going out there, and I'm going to take my pair of compasses, extend them out to that maximum. There it is on the maximum, and I'm going to just draw a nice huge big circle going all the way around over here. Okay, that's the maximum. Plus I'm going to need a extra 5 millimeters going onto that, so just extend that out, that extra 5 millimeters. It'll just give a little extra space over there, and I'm going to then draw in some construction lines showing where all the degrees can be written. There we go. It just makes it a bit neater if you've done that. Let's just flop that over, draw that in, draw that in. Okay, and I'm going to darken that line up so that you can see it a bit more easily, hopefully. There we go, and I can start out and I can call that 0 degrees. Okay, which direction is it going in? It said that it was anti-clockwise. I look at that arrow, so this one over here will be 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 110, 120, sorry, 120, jeepers, where's my maths? 150 degrees, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, 330, and 360. Right, okay, once I've got those in place, let's start doing the story. I'm going to take a line coming from 30, comes all the way across to that line over there. I then take my pair of compasses and I extend them to that point. And I arc round to 30. There it is. And I make a little mark over there. All right, now that little mark over there is where I'm going to stab my pair of compasses in, and I'm going to draw a very small construction line circle. Doesn't need to be a dark circle, just a construction line. Right, once I've got that, I then go to where it says 60 over here. There's the line at 60. I'm going to take a line coming across. I'm going to extend my pair of compasses out to that. I'm going to arc that round to meet up with 60 over there. There's the mark that I need to place the pair of compasses on. I'm going to take my pair of compasses, stab it in there, and draw a circle. I'm going to come over here, take a line across from what was that? That was 60. I now need to take a line coming across from 90. That's right. Take it out. Take my pair of compasses, extend them out to where it's hitting over there, take it round to 90, take my pair of compasses, draw in a small circle, go to the next one, 120, take that across, extend your pair of compasses out, that round, 120, pair of compasses, draw the little circle. Remember the circle has a diameter of 10, radius of 5. Yeah, don't do these little circles with a circle stencil. You're going to waste too much time, I think. Let's take the next one out. There it is. That's coming from 150. Extend your pair of compasses out to that height over there. And Mark that round to 150. Okay. Draw your circle. Oops. In fact, that circle that I've just drawn would actually work for what we need it for. I'm just going to do it a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Don't stress too much if those circles are not looking perfect, as long as they are in the right places. As I said, they're not dark lines at all. They're just construction line circles. And it's to get the profile at the end of the day. So as long as the base of it is done correctly, you should get all your marks. All right, there we go. Let's get that around to 180 over there. Take your pair of compasses. Nice little circle again. Okay. Continuing. Got to go to 210 now. We've already got that in place. That's coming round. And there is the next little circle that we need over there. I've already got that drawn in. There we go. Okay. And it starts going down. So my next one is from here, going across. Okay. Take that. From there. Mark that all the way around. And it's at 240 over there. Take your pair of compasses. Draw the little circle. Okay. Next one is 270. There's 270's line. Draw that going across there. Measure off to 270. Mark that round to 270. Draw the little circle. Very methodical story, this story. Just keep on going. Don't skip out any steps because that's where you guys fall off the bus. There I go. Extend this out to that point. See where the last circle was. There's my 300. And I can draw a circle in place at that point. Okay. And 330. That's basically in line with that other one over there, so we can take that across. There it is, going around. There we go. And I can draw my little circle over there, and that's the last little circle that I need to do. And once you've done that, I now need to do the little, let's do the cam profile. Before I even draw the cam profile, I'm going to write cam profile over here. I just come up over here, and I write in cam profile. C-A-M profile. And once I've done that, let's go ahead and start drawing this cam profile. I'm going to start over here and just draw little dots, just making little tangents to the circles, to the bases of those circles. There we go. Going around. So you're going to the bottoms of these circles, or just tangents at where that little circle is going to be able to touch the cam profile. There we go. Okay, once I've got my little dots in place, I can now draw that in nice and boldly. And here we go, let's draw. A nice thing with using these little dashes that I use, you can rub them out very easily if they're not in the right places, and just get things a little bit better. You can stop at basically any point along that line. I can stop there and I can carry on going. You don't need to draw it all in one position, and it also helps you just to move yourself into a better position sometimes in order to get the profile smoother. Obviously, if you're using French curves, it's also going to help you because you can see exactly where to place your French curve, and it really does make life so much easier. Right, there we go. There is the cam profile. I think the last thing that I need to do is I just need to say that I have got a displacement diagram over here. Cam displacement diagram, that's the last heading that I need to write in. Cam displacement diagram. There we go. Right, don't forget those headings: cam profile, cam displacement diagram, rotation in degrees, and scale. Make sure that they are all there. Make sure that you've written in those things. Make sure that you've written in all the degrees over there as well. Right, that's done.